Shalom, shalom, Akim. I'm going to start by giving all glory, honor, praises unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and teaching them well. Peace and salutations be to the elect. I'm Balad Tazwa. I'm coming at you from the Great Millstone Tampa camp down here in Tampa, Florida. This is going to be titled Laying the Groundwork for Prophecy. Well, the groundwork for prophecy is being laid out. All right, and the reason it's titled that is because the things that are happening around us today is all leading up to the main prophecy, the mark of the beast, the NWO New World Order. Okay, the things happening around us today is leading up to the New World Order / the mark of the beast, which is prophesied in Revelation chapter 13. And verse 14 on down, man. Okay. These devils are getting ready to come with it. Alright. Certain things, certain criteria has to be met before they can just bring this MLTV out. They need good reason. Alright. So to say. Now they've got plenty of good reason. Alright. All these things coming out. Trump getting prayed over in the office. These devils are Satan worshipers. What are they doing praying in the office? Okay, it's all for shits and giggles. Okay, all for show and tell. It's all to usher in that NWO. I forgot the video I was watching, but I was going into it saying that this war is going to spiral out of control, and then an ultimatum is going to be given at the end, saying that in order for us to really coexist or to live together in peace and harmony, we have to become as one. All right. Seems like the serpents are going to try to make a deal once again for the final time with the whole world. Okay, to get everybody into that one world government, one world order. Okay, one world currency, all these things, man. Okay. There's some things that are going to have to take place in order for that to happen. And now you see them talking about releasing so-called UFO files. All right. Iran is going all out over there, man. Trump asking for a ceasefire, and Iran's denying it. Trump telling the country that they're going to have to prepare for attacks on U.S. soil, and deaths could take place. All right, which these people don't want to believe it. These people are so soft. All right, they're having a hard time believing that we are in war. Woke up and seen another post that the USS naval ship Abraham Lincoln was attacked. I believe again. Okay, it was attacked again. All right, this morning, saying that it was the 19th retaliatory attack from Iran. All right, when you see these videos coming out, you also have to be very careful, okay? Because during times of war and times of great events happening, where all you can believe is your eyes, okay? You ain't there to see what's going on. You ain't in the midst of it. You ain't in the secret councils. You ain't in the military. You're just somebody going about your day-to-day job. Returning home, washing, showering, cleaning, sleeping, and doing it all again, doing the same thing again the next day on a repeated cycle. All right, you have to be really careful because a lot of propaganda is going out. All right, and they're pulling up videos, scrubbing up videos from the Ukraine war, okay, from other wars before that. All right, in different instances, and saying this is what Iran did to Israel or Israel did to Iran. And then the whole world is in celebration. Now that you see these small hats getting what they deserve, okay? But for all this to happen, you got to understand that something major is being cooked up. All right, something is being planned that the whole world ain't ready for yet. Okay. All these things are taking place decently and in order, and the way and fashion that it's supposed to happen. Okay, Can't be simple-minded in this game. We're dealing with the devil here, the serpent, the deceiver of the whole world, who controls the media. So the things that you're seeing may very well be fabricated. All right? They banned foreign news outlets like RT News, okay, which is telling the truth. They talking about how 3 to 5 people died over there. 3 to 5 Americans have perished over there from the war so far. But these foreign news outlets are reporting that it was at least 560 killed and injured, man. All right? So they're trying to soften the blow over here in America on these soft-ass Americans, trying to make it seem like it's not that big of a deal. But the fact that, and America don't want to believe that they're in war. So the fact that Americans were killed in the line of battle, line of duty, is prime evidence that we are in fact in war. All right, and World War III has already started. Okay, world wars, they don't last a week or 2 weeks, 3 months. It could, but you know, usually world wars are drawn out through trading, conflict, embargoes, tariffs, all right, the cutting off of supplies and resources, all right, and then it gets physical, okay, it gets physical, but you also got a lot of slandering, a lot of lying, deception in the mix, okay, painting and portraying images that aren't real. And that's what Esau does. It's called sorcery, all right, to validate and justify his actions against other nations that ain't done shit to him. Okay, which he initiated the battle, and now is asking for a ceasefire after he done killed their main mans and expect them to just come to a peace agreement. They said, hell nah. They denied it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. In the book of Matthew, just to show you what kind of timeline we're on, where we're at in the timeline of prophecy. Show you what's coming next, you know, what part we're in now. As the scriptures say in 2 Ezra 9, measure thou the time diligently in itself. You got to know where you're at in prophecy, and the prophets are able to do such things for you. Okay, because you got to stop going to these weak ass pastors. These niggas ain't doing shit for you, and the Epstein files expose that. Many the prophets have exposed everything before the files did. Okay, nobody wanted to listen to the prophets. So as the scriptures say, the poor man's wisdom is despised. Nobody want to listen to the poor man, all right? But now that it's coming out, nobody's giving the poor man his credit, which is a scripture on that too. Matter of fact, I'll put it on standby. Let's see. And then we're going to get right back into this. That's a quick in transit, so bear with me. All right, so here it is. Matthew 24:5. Matter of fact, verse 6. Matter of fact, we'll start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And of the end of the world. What's going to be the sign of your coming, O Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai? When is the Son of Man coming back to the earth to deliver us from the hands of our enemies? Okay? When is the end of Esau's reign and the beginning of Jacob's reign? It says, And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. He said, listen close. So no man don't deceive you or try to distort the prophecies or distort the events or the timeline of events that are supposed to take place. Okay, distort the doctrine. Make sure you listen closely. It says, For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, or the anointed. It says, and shall deceive many. Okay, and going to deceive many. All right, especially in the troublesome times we're in now. Okay, people are looking for some type of comfort, some type of religious figure, okay, to put their hope and trust in, because all the people that they have trusted so far has betrayed them. Trump, all right, Bibi Netanyahu, All right, America in a whole. All these Americans are looking for Trump, looking for some type of government assistance to back them up or whatever. You got videos coming out, people ripping the MAGA stickers off their cars, saying that Trump or this president has done nothing for us. Okay, these people are becoming upset. You see how it's brewing up. You see how everything is brewing up to a boiling point of the prophecies. All right, so all the prophecies are happening simultaneously at the same time. Okay, they're just happening at a lower level, but it's going to get to a point, all right, where that dis-ease and distress is going to come into play. Okay, where the people ain't gonna be able to bear it. Scriptures say, "Intolerable times shall come." Roughly paraphrasing, it says, "It shall deceive many, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." Are we not hearing of that right now? That's the timeline we're in. That's the time frame we're in on the groundwork of prophecy. Okay, this is where we're at. We're hearing of wars and rumors of wars. All right, and now supposedly the country that we're dwelling in has been engaged in war, which is a big no-no. All right, which is good for us, but terrible for you niggas. Okay, what that means is the country that we're engaged in, which is America, is a world superpower. This is going to drag the whole world into war because America's technology and their arsenal is very advanced. Okay, whoever they go up against, they're going to crush. That's why the Bible calls them the hammer of the whole earth. Okay, they're a great superpower in the earth, and the Lord set them up to be this powerful. All right, that's why you got Trump uttering out the side of his mouth, the big one ain't even come yet. He talking that shit, but he's able to back it up. These devils, these Edomites have been in a lab, okay, and they've been preparing for the Lord's return. All right, so how much more going up against another country, an earthly adversary, when they're preparing for an heavenly adversary? All right, they got all these nuclear missiles, all these different types of missiles, nuclear submarines, torpedoes, all these things that got prepared for that time. Okay, that's why Trump is sitting back with his hand on his chin and uttering out the side of his mouth. Yeah, the big one ain't even come yet. Okay, you want to keep going? We can keep going. All right. And what that's going to do is drag China and Russia, the other big players, into the fight. All right, because all wars are bankers' wars, and it's really a fight over money right now, man. Okay, which you're going to attempt to achieve through destruction and death. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Or have we not been hearing of these things already? Or seeing these things already? All right, the fact that we're in wars means we're already being affected by it. Look at the gas prices going up. All right. Well, shit, I'm looking at it now. It says $3.39. Okay. I believe yesterday or 2 days ago it was $3.19. Before that it was $3. Okay, so it's going up every day. So it's, as long because you got Iran shutting down that Strait of Hormuz. Okay, and that's what these nations really fighting over, because that's 20% of the world's oil supply traveling through that strait. All right, so these nations are beginning to feel it. Okay, and it's not just America suffering from that strait. The whole world is going to suffer from that strait, and that's what it's going to put everybody in a bind. Okay, to come into the war. To enter into the war and end it sooner. All right, because everybody's suffering from it. And that's how you know it's a world war, when everybody's going to have to suffer from it. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Yeah, though we're hearing of this, okay, the end is not yet. All right, we're hearing of these things that's happening, but the Lord ain't finna pop up and appear in the sky just yet. There's much more things that we must endure. Okay? Which is the key prophecies, the key main event prophecies. The mark of the beast, persecution of the prophets. Which if we keep going, it's going to tell you that. Alright? It's going to tell you the timeline of these things, that these things shall happen, man. Alright? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Look at all these kingdoms rising up against each other. All right, I believe I seen a post. Well, I can find it. But this nigga, or these niggas in Iran have struck over 9 different countries. I think it was, they struck 18 different countries or something. Slovakia if I'm wrong on the numbers, but I will try to find it and put it in the intro so that you can see that Iran has attacked many different countries that are allied with America already. Or they're attacking the U.S. bases in those countries. Them boys is not playing, okay? Seen some videos of those missiles raining down, and I ain't never seen missiles like that before, man. Okay, so these things are coming down. They're using hypersonic missiles, which these things move so fast. They said up to 15,000 miles per hour these things get moving. Okay, I'm watching a video and I'm trying to pause it on the part where I see the missile coming in, the hypersonic missile coming in, and I can never pause it on that part because it's so fucking fast. I even tried timing it, all right, as if it was a game or something, trying to time it to pause it on when I could see the missile coming in, but all I see is a flash of light and an explosion. Every time I can't pause it to where the point you can see the missile flying. It's so fucking fast, man. And these devils got devastating weapons in their arsenal. Okay, you got America openly admitting that Iran's using weapons and missiles that we didn't know they had. Okay, yeah, you didn't know they was fucking with the big dogs. Just why these Edomites are so prideful. This is how their destruction is going to come to them so quickly and speedily. Okay, you fucking with people, all right? You don't even know what they got going on over there. Digging your hands in everybody else's business until your ass gets swung on. Now you trying to call a truce. So I seen a video of Jake arguing with the Edomite, and somebody was recording it, and he was like, "Yeah, you on camera too? You on camera? You on camera?" And the dude said, "Oh yeah, you're on camera. You gonna knock me on camera?" And the Edomite fucking struck him first, and then Jake popped off on his ass with a 2-piece. Pow pow, hit him good too. Before you know it, this nigga was trying to shake his hand. Why the fuck would you hit him first and then try to shake his hand when he retaliate? Okay, you weren't gonna shake his hand if you would have whooped his ass, or if he would have never hit you. Okay, he would have just walked away and let you get away with it. You would have kept doing the same thing, man. And that's these Edomites as a whole. They were bullies. All right, the bullies of the earth. Okay. It says, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. We've been hearing of many devastating and, as the news reported, biblical level earthquakes. Okay, which when they say this, is that they're talking about the prophecies. Okay, talking about this scripture here, and earthquakes in diverse places. This is a biblical level earthquake. All right, you got famines happening in certain parts of the world, pestilences. Okay. Especially here in America, ever since these people done got yabbed up, they're prone to disease, prone to infection and sickness. All right, how much more when the availability of resources and medicines and food, oil and gas, and as the scriptures will call it, the chief things for life, okay, are refused to them. All right. Sickness, pestilence, and death and destruction, disease is going to go rampant. When these people can't get their meds to suppress their illnesses, these people are going to go crazy. It says all these are the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning of the end. What you're experiencing is the beginning of a great time of mourning for the whole world. All right, it says, then shall they deliver you up, which means then is to follow previously, or to follow after. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and he shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So next up, the great event that we're expecting is the persecution of the prophets, which is a famine of hearing the words of the Lord. All right, which we know that these devils' name have been tarnished through war. All right, their name has been dragged through the mud through their atrocities that they've committed in acts of war. All right, the whole world is against BB Netty, okay, in Israel. The whole world is against them. The whole world talking shit about them. The whole world blames them for everything, especially after these files were released. All right, the whole world is looking at the rulers of this world as the evil, wicked of the world. Okay, the tyrants. The devils of the Bible. The whole world is starting to understand. Man, we're being run by devils. Okay? So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to seek to clean their name, and they're going to put that, they're going to come down with it. The deception has fallen. Next is the sword. This is how this devil operates. If his deception can't work anymore, he's going to use the sword, which means he's going to use force to force you to obey to the new world order, okay, to his way, to his new ideals, okay, and principles, which is just Rome's ways revived, okay? It says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another because of what? They're going to be putting hands on the prophets, all right? So now the Lord's going to put certain spirits on them to betray each other, okay? Brothers killing brothers, sisters and mothers and fathers and sons betraying each other to the death, all right? And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. I remember having a dream where when this MOTB came out, men that I saw that was preaching the truth of the Lord Yahushua Shai changed. It's like they were totally different. All right, they turned into a whole different person and started preaching false prophecies. All right, started saying false things that were not according to the doctrine which we have learned and grown up into. All right, preaching against the truth, saying that it was okay to take the mark of the beast, saying that this is not the mark of the beast, that you need to take it in order so that you can live. All right, and you're going to be fine if you take it. Things of that nature. I remember crying and pleading with them, like, why are you doing this? You know that the Lord will kill you for this. Turn around. Stop it now. Come back to what the Lord said to preach. You know? And then I remember them having, the guys that were teaching, other guys were escorting me from the camp, like, hey, back up, man, back up. What you talking about? Back up, back up. Trying to get me out of there, you know? And I was trying to stop the teacher who I once knew, you know, prophesied alongside. And yeah, what you doing, man? You know. Many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So it's going to start becoming a more crueler world, okay? A much more cruel world that you're dwelling in. You think these people are cruel now to each other, all right, just because of road rage. All right, somebody may have skipped someone on the line and got in an argument or called a name. You may have got called the N-word while playing a game. Okay, you thought this world was cruel now. Yeah, this is nothing. This is marshmallows and hot and chocolate milk compared to what's coming, man. All right, these people are going to eat each other. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to close out with this because I was going to grab it earlier. Ecclesiastes 9 and 14. There was a little city and few men within it. Matter of fact, we'll start at verse 13. This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city and a few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man. All right, and those are the prophets. Okay, those are the prophets today. All right, except this city ain't gonna be delivered. But the prophets have warned you and prophesied against destruction and disaster. Okay, for the city of who? Jerusalem, which is Israel is a people before it's a place. All right, we're speaking to the true Israelites, the true inhabitants of Israel, to deliver them from the destruction to come, and they ain't listening. Okay. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Okay? So no matter how many times we out there speaking and preaching to you until our faces turn blue, you still ain't gonna get it. Even though we said it before the files said it. We've been told you these devils was killing and eating and cooking children. Okay, doing all sorts of wickedness and wicked sacrifices and rituals and worshiping pagan gods and devils and demons. Okay, we've been told you about these things. Nobody listened. Okay. Nobody wanted to listen. Now you see these things taking place. Nobody's giving the credit to the prophets. Nobody's giving that credit to where credit is due. And if you did give credit, then you would know what was coming next. All right? There's still more things to come. This ain't the end. The files ain't the end of the things that's going to happen into this world. All right, the crooked or wicked things that's going to be revealed to you by this devil, that's not the end of it. Okay, there's much more to come. But with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Akim and Awatha, listen to truly sincerity. Until next time, Yasharallah. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai.